It's 4:10 in the morning. I am full of Crohn's and can't sleep. Um, Actually, I'm being quiet, but there's no one who lives below me, and the guy upstairs is a noisy, violent wanker. So actually, let's not bother being quiet. Never mind. That can be the intro. How do, ladies and gentlemen, and others, it's me, Royston Charmaine. How you doing? Um, as I said, it's 4:10 in the morning. I am Crohn's up to my eyeballs. I cannot sleep, and I don't see sleep coming. I'm very tired, but it's not happening. So, Todd in the Shadows dropped his top 10 worst songs of the year list, and it's still 2025, which is crazy. And last year I got a lot of heat for blind ranking his best of the year list, so let's do that again, but with the worst this time. Oh, I haven't set up any kind of text on the screen. You can watch me wing it in real time. That'll be fun, won't it? Am I doing the advert stuff? Join the website. We do live streams, merchandise things. There's a graphic next to me somewhere. In fact, if I go to the split screen early, there you go, I can put it over the video bit. Right, I am partway through the video here. I just wanted a decent frame to make sure I have Todd in frame, and I do. Let's go back to the beginning now. 4 a.m. Royston. Let's see how this goes. Alright. You can watch me wing it in real time. Let's play the video while I set up a 1 to 10. That is loud as hell in my ears. I'm going to turn it down a bit. If you want to watch the uncropped video, go and watch it on Todd's channel instead of here.
Okay, at the end of every year, I have to make a call on if this was a good year in pop or a bad year, and usually I make that call based on whether I want to do the worst list or the best list more. And folks, I guess this must be the worst year yet, because I don't want to do either of them. I'm not sure I would say it felt like the worst year ever for music, but it certainly felt like the least year ever, especially considering how good 2024 was. And it definitely wasn't just me. I saw all sorts of critics and
That
pundits
text is a bit too
baffling
big,
about
isn't
how
it?
unpopular popular music was. Where are our bops? Where is the song of the summer? Is there seriously no new music? Well, that's certainly what it felt like. Streams from new music are way down. Old songs have been filling up the streaming charts. This was a pop drought. This was a pop famine. People were dying in the streets begging for new music. Like, instead of a worst list or a best list, I just kind of want to make a list of the 10 songs of 2025.
Hey,
But,
right.
you know.
You should all, pop fans, welcome. Welcome all of you to Rock and Metal. Because we have not had a drought year over here. We have had a banger of a year. So yeah, come over, get comfy. We've been eating good around here. Background isn't what I meant. I meant like border. Can I do like a border? Outline. Boom. Outline opacity. No. Fuck it. Just leave it. Yeah, we've been eating good over here in the rock and metal world. So come on over. We have lots of fun things. Where pop has apparently had a bit of a drought of a year. I should explain a bit more about Todd in the Shadows. Don't need to. He's the best music YouTuber. One of the longest running music YouTubers. 650,000 subscribers. Been doing it since late 2000s, I think. Has series called One Hit Wonderland and Train Records, which are both amazing. And every year he does a top 10 worst and best songs list. It's not best songs generally, it's best songs that hit the top 100 on Billboard. But apparently that chart is dying, so I don't know how long that'll be the qualifier. Might need a new qualifier soon, Todd. But anyway, yeah. Pop has apparently had a shit year. I'm expecting to see quite a lot of Taylor Swift in this. Because he really didn't like the album. I thought it was fine. He hated it. and probably quite a lot of shit country songs as well, because Todd likes to rag on shit country songs. But yeah, let's get back into it.
I have a job to do, and even if the fish aren't as big this year, they're still there. And there are 10 of them that are nastier and grosser than the rest. And it's my job to identify them. That's what you clicked on this link to find out. So let's get this over with. We're counting down. The top 10 worst hit songs
I hope
of
nothing
2025.
K-pop Demon Hunters on here. Shouldn't be.
Number 10.
Pixie
In
Chicks.
2003, Natalie Maines, lead singer of the band now called The Chicks, publicly opposed President George W. Bush's bullshit
Dixie.
war in Iraq, and as a result, one of the biggest acts in country music history were never played on country radio ever again. At the time, their current, and as it would turn out, final hit song was Travelin' Soldier.
That sounds alright.
A ballad about a lonely boy who dies in Vietnam, and the random girl he met briefly who was the only person who knew him enough to grieve for him. It's maybe the best country song of the 2000s, certainly one of the saddest, but
It sounds nice.
the backlash to the Chicks took the song down too. Like, I remember conservative email forwards calling it Taliban Soldier. It is still one of the most disgraceful episodes of music I've ever witnessed.
Do Americans, I know most of my audience is American, do you realise how fucking weird you are to the rest of us? Like driving over CDs with a bulldozer just because she criticised your president, who deserved criticism, by the way. Everything she said was correct.
But the song out.
And now you've got an actual paedophile as your president. Like, it's crazy.
Lived the backlash, and 23 years later, there was a Veterans Day release of the song as covered by the country singer Cody Johnson. That's Johnson for the record, not Cody Johnston. Although I have some more news, and it's not good. Cody Johnson is a Trump supporter. He got really offended by the No Kings protests. You know, exactly the kind of shithead that drove the Chicks out of Nashville the first time. So, you know, the nerve. That stupid argument that Luke Combs was stealing Fast Car, like, no, port that discourse over here, because theft is exactly what it feels like. But I'm building towards a point here, which is that despite all that, people with bad politics are often
from this guy's
good
facial
artists.
expression, it's going to be
I
bad.
generally like what I've heard from Johnson. He's trying to bring country back to when men were men, not stupid children. And if he likes this song, well, you know, he's allowed to have good taste. It's not like any side has a monopoly on mourning the dead, and it's still a great song. So that's my point. Bad politics doesn't mean bad music. Except when it does. Terrible right away.
Doesn't sound like a
really
morning
love this
sun, does
song,
it?
and if you're not familiar with it, like, I don't know if Cody Johnson's version seems all that bad. Please take my word for it that every single decision he makes on this recording is wrong.
He said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me?
The fact that it has drums.
Okay, hang on.
The fact that
So this genre is just hilarious to me because, like, in left field reference. Sorry, there's too much politics talk already. In the WWF in the 90s, there was a wrestler called Jeff Jarrett who was a send-up of country music at the time. And he had like what was meant to be a joke song. I don't know what it was called now. But the voice that they did to mock country sounds exactly like this guy. It's so funny. It's like exactly the same.
For a while and talking to me.
The fact that it has drums is wrong. The fact that the
funny.
tempo kicks in on the chorus is wrong.
Yeah. That facial expression as well.
Kicks in on the chorus is wrong.
There. That's the facial expression I associate with bad country. Because, like, why do they all sing through their nose? Like, use your mouth in your vocal cords. It'll sound a lot better. You'll sound like Daffy Duck. Like, no, that isn't really Daffy Duck, is it? I don't know what it is, but it sounds terrible. It's so bad. Like, Chris Stapleton exists. It can be done well.
Like, Like, Christ, it sounds like you're supposed to do-si-do to it. This is as offensive to me as, like, taking Johnny Cash's Hurt and then adding an EDM drop to it. I will make Like, I honestly don't think Cody Johnson has even half a clue what the song is actually about.
Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang, and a man said, folks, would you bow your...
Sorry, the accent's just hilarious to me. It's so funny.
The flag and watch the
you sound like cartoon characters.
But the power of the original is in its restraint and silence, so that you can really grasp how awful and sad this is.
A man said, folks, would you bow your heads for a list of local Viet?
It's funny that you brought up Tracy Chapman covers, because I feel this way about the Boyzone cover of that Tracy Chapman song they covered, the name of which is not in my head right now. But yeah, the song is really somber and sad, and they did a cover of it with like all the big, like, you know, stand up off your stool chorus moments, and did a music video where they're all gurning, smiling into the camera. It's like, it's a sad song, guys.
For a list of the local Vietnam dead.
You hear the difference, right? He sings it like it's a commercial for barbecue sauce.
There's a piccolo player in the marching band and one named Red.
Like, listen to the way he over-sings it. Does he think this is Sweet Home Alabama?
Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Woo! He's dead! Yeah!
This idiot probably thinks he's honoring the brave American soldier, but he may as well be taking a giant dump on the kid's grave. Like, this song is not about the troops. It's about one kid who died for no good reason, and naturally Cody's too fucking dumb to get that. Like, if this were just a bad cover, or if it was a good cover by a guy who sucked, I probably wouldn't have included it. But both, stinks. Screw this. F you, CJ. Number 9.
These little snippets, by the way, are the best things you're going to hear all night. Oh, God.
Out of context, you could look at Drake's numbers and say that he had a good year. Even in context, you could say his year was good. He weathered the storm after last year's onslaught. His newest album did pretty well. As many as 2 songs on it were actually listenable, making it his best album in years. But you would have to be just the most massive of standards.
I forgot the entire gimmick of the video. Blind ranking. I don't know what. Cody Johnson. I can't imagine there'll be many worse than that, but according to Todd, there's 9 worse. I don't want to go too low too early, and we are looking at Drake right now. I'll go 7 for Cody J. Okay. I'll not leave that on screen though. I've thought this video out. It is 4:24 in the morning.
Dance to try and spin in like things are good in Drake world.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
You cannot begin the year with an entire stadium of people calling you a child molester in the most watched event of the year and say things are fine.
It's not the most watched event of the year.
Like, even if I had heard
more people watch the Champions League final like every year.
Like, I try to imagine what he would have to do to make me interested in his music after last year's debacle, and like, I just don't know. It would have to be something like seriously different, like self-aware, like some kind of genuine act.
Because I covered Kendrick, part of me thinks I should have covered Drake, but everything I've heard of Drake is just a 2-second sample loop and him mumbling bullshit, and I don't want to listen to that for an hour. So I probably won't.
Actual self-reflection on the person he's become and how he's gotten to this point. Drake did not do this. Let's go.
There was the loop. Let's count.
I don't give a fuck if you like me. Asking me how did it feel.
Auto-tuned out of his
hey
ass.
Everyone. Drake is not mad. Don't put in the paper that he got mad.
What did I miss?
I saw a lot of people react to this song like, Wow, this is great. Drake's actually trying again. I felt like I was taking crazy pills. This to me sounds like one of a billion filler songs from Drake I've had to listen to. I guess people thought he sounded more animated because this is the first real song he made to address the massive L he took.
You switch on the guys and supported a hater. Let's go.
And it's about him, you know, blasting all the fickle friends who abandoned him afterwards.
Asking me how did it feel? Can't say it didn't surprise me.
Okay, first off, you realize that like half the country
thinks
now
that
thinks
sounds
you're a
good?
child molester, right? Even a lot of real friends will drop you after that. But also, surprised?
Can't say it didn't surprise me.
How can you be surprised by this, Drake?
No new friends.
You've been singing about fake friends showing fake love to you since you got big. So I don't think you have much right to be angry about it. You had all the time in the world to develop some real friends. Like, if these hoes ain't loyal, that's about you. And also, just the video did not help. Oh, he's got all these guns. Like it's a threat. The only shots you're firing are from your legal department, Drake. We already know this. And the other part of the video is yet another instance of Drake dressing up like a working stiff doing a regular jack-off job. He's done this so many times, and I don't think it's to connect with the working class. He means it as a joke, to show how much better he is than you. Fuck off.
Y'all look at this shit like a BTC. Could be down this week.
I'm
then
just
on
gonna-
next week.
Oh, he's
I
like
can't
Bitcoin,
imagine
'cause he's
anything being
gonna
worse than
rebound.
Drake.
Yeah, he's also like Bitcoin and that only shitty
Drake's
guys are still
fucking
into you.
dog
The video is
shit
also
boring.
supposed to be
Oh, I don't wanna
referencing
use-
Drake's
I don't wanna
new
use Tender
persona,
Shirley.
Iceman, a guy who's ice cold with no emotions. Who are we kidding? In the aftermath of the
Good
beef,
night.
I saw 50 Cent try and tell Drake that he hadn't lost anything since the numbers were all still there, the fans are all still there. Well, that'd be true for 50 Cent, who only cares about his bank account.
50
But
only cares
Drake
about money.
wants more
Yeah.
than that. He wants the love. He wants the respect. I used to think that was a good thing, but it's clearly not, since it doesn't inspire him to try any harder or earn it. It's just fucking entitlement.
Yeah.
So to
It's a
answer your
2-bar
question,
sample
what
loop.
did you miss?
What did I
Crazy.
miss?
You missed every shot you took at Kendrick.
Who
And
thinks
I'm
that sounds
guessing you
good?
probably
The auto
missed
tune
Super
with a
Bowl.
different.
What happened during that? The question you should be asking, Drake, is,
It's terrible.
Did anyone
It's
miss
more
you?
nose singing. Dog shit.
Number
Now I've used 2 really low numbers, so I need these to get better.
Hiding. I think she's a legacy
Oh, not
artist, a
transphobe
legend
Lana.
in her prime right now.
Good save, Taylor. Even if Taylor Swift had not become Lana Del Rey's biggest celebrity fan, friend, and collaborator, her influence on Taylor's music would still be extremely obvious. And in my opinion, it's for the worse. Like, I'm not convinced that trying to be Lana Del Rey is something even Lana Del Rey should be doing, but I am very certain that Taylor should not be doing it. Lana's whole deal, her layered artifice, her arch-ironic detachment, it just does not wear well on Taylor Swift, the woman who feels fucking
How are they
everything.
friends?
Like,
I
that's just
thought
not
Taylor's
ever been
whole thing
Taylor's
was like
appeal. What I
pro
want from her is just her
LGBTQ.
direct,
And
honest
Lana's whole thing
emotions.
is anti-trans.
Or do I?
I just thought it was the only
Swifties
one
will
on
notice
the
that Taylor
new album
usually
that I
reserves
liked.
track 5 on her albums for the most raw and emotional song
Thought it
on
was
the record.
pretty good.
A tradition that continues with her latest track 5, Eldest Daughter, which, to be fair, you can't call it guarded or dishonest.
Everybody's so punk on the internet.
Is it gonna be how the lyrics are crap?
Till they're not. Every joke's just
It was her,
trolling
for
and
once,
I am
not
quite
trying to
sure
be
that internet comments are
holier
the
than
biggest and
thou.
most serious problem in her otherwise charmed life, and they just absolutely wreck her. And you know what? Same. I get it. I do. So, you know, I appreciate the authenticity, but I think we have to take this as proof that this is not a topic worth being authentic about.
Everybody's so punk on the internet.
Is this just not an insane way to start a song? Look, there's never been a good song about the internet. There probably won't ever be a good song about the internet. And even though I know what it's like, hearing Taylor complain about it just makes me roll my eyes like Tyler, the Creator. And if there is a way to make a song about it, it's certainly not by delivering the lines as po-faced and seriously as she does here.
But I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't
See, I found that funny in a good way.
I swear to God, we need to make Taylor start a notebook of words she's not allowed to use.
But I'm not a bad bitch.
Nope. Write it down.
I have been afflicted by a
No, what we need to
Even in an
do,
album
what we need to do is ban Taylor from singing about herself. Make her sing about a fictional character that she made up. That would be awesome. that fixes everything.
Loaded with just one bizarre clunker after another for lyrics. Eldest Daughter stands out for sheer volume.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The one about molesting a dead body. Oh, it's not about that. I'm exaggerating. No, she has far worse
Eldest
on that
Daughter
album.
is like a new virally trendy childhood trauma personality type, you know, like middle child or former gifted kid. I hadn't heard it before, but the idea is that the eldest daughter gets treated like the backup mom, you know, with too many responsibilities too early. And yeah, I get that. Actually, my mom's an eldest daughter, and she fits that perfectly. So, you know, it's a valid concept. It just doesn't have anything to do with the song.
Every eldest daughter.
Like, that's not what eldest daughter means. Being an eldest daughter is not pretending to be cool. But let's say we look past the bizarro word choices and focus on what she's trying to say. Like, she's admitting that the tough as nails, world-conquering superstar affectation is just a pose. And she's actually really fragile inside, and trolling and memes on the internet makes her cry and all that. This isn't news. Like, the chorus might be a callback to an earlier Taylor song.
I'm not a princess, this ain't a fairy tale.
And that worked because, you know, she had kind of thought of herself previously as like a fairy tale princess. So this was a sign of growth. And Taylor's self-doubts on Anti-Hero. It showed sides of her we had not seen. But Taylor showing that she's like easily wounded and too online, that's not a revelation. That's who she's been her entire career. Apologies to the dozen or so Swifties who heard Shake It Off and were like, wow, Taylor doesn't get bothered by anything, but the rest of us knew. And the sad part is that you can still see the Taylor Swift formula in there, and you can see why it works and why there should be some kind of emotional catharsis at the end, but she's just botched it completely. This couldn't reek more of billionaire brain. Of being too popular for someone to tell you, no, don't write that.
I've said that.
Like, I need all of you to just stop buying her albums, just for a little bit. Like, if we can knock down her net worth a digit or two, I don't know, maybe she'll make good music again.
I'm never gonna leave you now.
She needs to care again to make good music again. Alright. Yeah, that album was just phoned in. I think she was contractually obliged to make it. But I like that song. I think that was alright. I'm comfortable putting that at 2. Number 7.
7.
This is the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10.
Billboard kicks older songs off the official charts after so many weeks because you know how it is. Once a song gets big enough, it just never goes away. So if those rules weren't there,
switching out based on streaming rather than purchases
for the last 40 years. But as strict as they are about that, this year they had to make them even stricter because there are just a bunch of songs that would not fucking leave. From like the year before or even the year before that, it was just suffocatingly stagnant. Hence all these worst year ever think pieces. But I don't know if like the chart watchers like myself would have been as panicked about the state of popular music if not for Ordinary.
Ooh, listen to those dragons. Can you imagine?
I mean, I can't prove it. It's just a sense I had, but Ordinary felt like the tipping point for a lot of people. Like, this was the point where we started to get scared. Like, not only are all these boring...
How is it fucking 2025, nearly 26, and people are still doing the stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, Imagine Dragons thing? I swear it's been a decade and a half, hasn't it? If not more. Can we move on from that? Even fucking Sleep Token are doing it. Please. Let's get a new thing. Fucking, let's go back a thing. Let's go back to the folk Mumford & Sons Hey Ho Lumineers thing. Let's do that again. That was better than this.
Singer-songwriter ballads from last year not going away. The only guy who's been able to break through it, he sounds exactly like it, but worse. At least Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars are actual pop stars. At least Benson Boone does backflips. At least Teddy Swims can sing.
That was a front flip. Side flip, actually.
A masterpiece.
But a song like Ordinary, which is literally called Ordinary, a song like that being the song of the summer, that's just terrifying. Especially for us critics who have to try and turn it into commentary because there's just nothing to talk about.
Oh my mind.
I made a whole review of the song, and like doing that just felt like trying to cook a 5-course meal with an empty fridge. He can't sing. He has no memorable lyrics. Like, there's a line in the
feels a bit Lewis
Capaldi-ish,
doesn't it?
until you both die.
I want you laying me down.
You didn't even notice that. I didn't. It's not even that it's not sexy. It's that it doesn't even register. He doesn't even suck enough to suck. The scary thing about Warren is
this
that he
song
just
sounds
highlights
boring,
how
doesn't it?
degraded music has become to
But
society.
boring isn't terrible.
All our pop stars are bailing. Ariana and Charlie
his
and
name?
Selena all want to go
I
back.
don't know
Taylor
his
seems
name.
to be hunkering down for a
Oh,
hiatus.
dear, no.
Miley and Justin haven't toured in years. Rihanna wasn't ever even real. We made her up. No one wants to be a pop star anymore except talentless social media influencers.
You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary.
It feels like when Nickelback was our last remaining rock band. It's just a terrible sign for the genre. Are we even gonna have pop music in 2 years?
No. Come to rock, everybody. It's fun over here.
Number 6.
Who he brings out? I want to know.
Country superstar Morgan Wallen has taken to
Is
bringing
this
out
the
celebrities
racist
at his
one?
concerts.
Well, the
Usually
racist one.
it's
One of the
fellow
racist
country
ones.
singers or local pro athletes, but at one stop he shocked everyone by bringing out, of all people, Drake.
Busy Drake coming live. The legendary Morgan Wallen.
I don't actually know why people were so surprised by this.
Legendary
Morgan
Morgan
Wallen had
Wallen.
literally already been in a Drake video. They're known associates. For me, the main thing interesting about it was that it proved Morgan Wallen and Drake have not yet merged into the same goddamn person. Wallen's rise to fame has been so similar to Drake's, I kind of wonder if he modeled it on Drake intentionally. Like Drake, he originally rose to superstardom by straddling the line between chasing pop hits and genuine critical acclaim. Like Drake, once he got to the top, he started padding his stats with bloated, stream-trolling mega albums of songs that all kind of sound the same. Like Drake, he originally stood out and won a bunch of fans, including myself, by being more vulnerable than his shallow peers. And very unfortunately, like Drake, that vulnerability
That
curdled
mullet
into
is
something
beautiful,
shitty
though,
and
you
ugly
gotta say.
very quickly.
I'm the problem.
Okay, you see, Morgan Wallen had a
Okay.
breakup sometime in the last couple years.
Oh, great. Yeah, lay it on me.
Like half the songs on his
Sorry, I can't take it seriously. How does Chris Stapleton pull off what all of his contemporaries just fail at? So funny.
last album were about it, which is what, like 83 songs or something like that. All of them make him sound like a pretty shitty boyfriend, some more subtly, but with I'm the Problem, it's more or less right out there. Now you think I'm the problem would be an admission of guilt, right? Well, guess what? He means it completely sarcastically.
I guess I'm the problem. And your miss never do no wrong. If I'm so awful, then why'd you stick around this long? And
What a dick. I mean, I really gotta thank Drake for modeling a certain type of shitty guy, but even his shitty breakup songs I don't think have ever been like this.
if it's the whiskey, then why you keep on pulling it off the shelf? You hate that when you look at me, you halfway see yourself.
This would be gross even if the guy singing it didn't have a documented drinking problem. How can you say I have a drinking problem when you drink too? Okay, fine, whatever. We have a drinking problem. That means you still have a drinking problem, you moron.
If I'm so awful, then why'd you stick around this long?
An alcoholic whose girlfriend is reluctant to leave? No one with that description could be a shitty boyfriend.
We're back and forth like a swinging door.
Like, what is this argument? Like, he can't
Swangin'
be the problem
door.
because she didn't leave until she did. Probably to a shelter, it sounds like.
I'm the problem. You might be the reason.
Notice that there's absolutely no...
I'm the problem, but you might be the reason. Fucking hell, what a cunt. Jesus. So I'm the problem, so that a slight admission of culpability and then immediately just undercut it by blaming me. That's like when people say, like, oh, like another cunty thing that cunty men say, oh, she got her feelings hurt. I'm like, no, you hurt them. You did it. I said some things and she got her feelings hurt. Like, no. No, there's a 1-to-1 correlation of causality there. Fucking hell.
Nothing in there that says he's not the problem. It sounds like the only issue he has is with the. Look, after the, the thing, Wallen actually did seem like he was trying to clean up his act, or at least sell a redemption arc. But now that he's pretty much beaten the allegations, he seems fully ready to retreat into bitterness and blame throwing and paranoia. Like, I'm sure being hated by half the country is not good for your brain, but man, has there ever been someone more opposed to growing and learning.
If I'm the problem, you might be the reason.
Didn't I used to like this guy? What a fucking disappointment. I'm breaking up with you too, Morgan. I don't know why I stuck around this long either.
Yeah. It's gonna have to go near the bottom. By the way, I'm blind ranking number 1 best to number 10 worst. I don't know if I said that. It feels weird because I'm doing it the opposite way around of the video watching. Right. So it's basically the exact same as the Cody J one. In terms of it's just a twangy song. But is it better or worse than it? So the Cody J one was taking a heartfelt tribute to a dead soldier and making it a pro-Trump, pro-war song. Yeah, that's worse than being a cunt to your ex. let's put Morgan in there. Number 6. Oh, can I type, please? Morgan. Go. All right.
Number 5. Look, I'm just not on board.
Well, this
with the
looks
whole Tate
vapid,
McRae
doesn't
thing.
it?
Like,
Oh,
I've been
Tate
following
McRae.
her since her first hit.
All right, interesting. So I get comments a lot saying Tate McRae, saying I should react to Tate McRae. I've never done so because none of you have paid me to. Go to the website. I've never had the inclination to do so. So this will be my first time hearing anything about Tate McRae other than what you guys have written in comments. So let's see how vapid and bullshitty this is, because it already seems pretty vapidy bullshitty, doesn't it? Let's
She was
see.
obviously struggling to find her musical identity, and she seemed to be flailing for a long time until she decided, you know what? What if I just worked it real hard all the goddamn time? And this was a winning move, I guess. You know, it's nice for a pop star to respect.
All else
the
fails, get your
fundamentals,
tits out.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how
It's
pop
not
has
even that I
always
think her
worked.
music is bad. She's got some tracks, but like, what specifically is special about her? There was a tweet I can't find now that said she felt more like a rival character in a TV show about a better pop star, which, I mean, that just nails it. She just has no main character energy, nothing that makes her compelling. So if she's not a main character, you know, maybe she'd be more like a guest vocalist.
She gets
on other
defeated at the
people's
end of the
tracks.
second act.
Well, as it turns out,
For sure.
her featuring credits career is even worse.
You don't want this heart, boy, it's
Oh, he's back.
Yep, Morgan Wallen
Okay.
again. Sorry, everyone. I know that a lot of you do not like the pop YouTuber giving you regular updates about country music's biggest dickhead, even though he's a bigger pop star at this point than many of your main pop girls. He's definitely bigger than
Gonna
this
say he's selling out
allegedly main
arenas,
pop girl who
isn't he?
duets with him here.
You ain't gotta worry about no trust issues with me. I got them too.
Anyway, part of the reason for Wallen's success is his skill at
I hate
making
that
crossover, multi-genre
boring music like
scenes.
that fucking sells out arenas.
And since that gave him his biggest hit
So
previously,
sad.
he pulls the same trick again. And to hype it up, he announced he'd be doing his first male-female duet, which built anticipation for some reason. No one expected it would be Tate McRae of all artists.
There are no hard feelings if you only wanna act like lovers do. For a night or
Ooh,
two.
not
I
going to
suspect
another take
Wallen's
of that
people
one.
had to go all the way down the list to find a pop.
Let's do one more go on that line. No.
Feelings if you only wanna act like lovers do.
Okay, actually it makes sense then. She also sings through her nose. It matches. Yep.
For a night or two.
I suspect Wallen's people had to go all the way down the list to find a pop star willing to overlook Wallen's radioactive reputation, but it apparently worked. She needed a boost, and she got it, even though neither artist's fan base seems to particularly like it.
You don't want this heart, boy, it's already broke.
Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. I don't know if Todd will say it, and I don't know if there's any way we can know. I would be willing to bet some money, I don't have much, but I would be willing to bet some. During the recording of this song, they were never in the same room. Morgan Thingy and Tate, what's her face? Because the levels they're singing it so differently. Like if they were in the same room, you can at least converse and say, all right, I'm going to go soft and an octave down. You give it a bit more and go an octave up. But he's an octave down, but he's also singing it big. So they're just kind of clashing. It's bad. But he's not even an octave down. She's an octave up. No, bad.
You know, I gotta admire how Tate McRae has done so much as a pop star.
She can't hit that high
Everyone
note.
seems to agree that she has a terrible singing voice. She sounds like a rugrat with a toothache. She still makes it work, I guess, but we can officially cross duet partner off of her list of talents.
Oh dear. Crohn's disease, so fun.
The two of them sound absolutely awful together. Their voices do not blend at all. They have zero chemistry. McRae even confirmed recently that they've never even met. Boy, you can really tell. Wallen is so defensive and paranoid at this point.
1 point for me. Fucking knew it. You can just tell. Because you can fix that problem with the conversation. Or at least with like hearing each other's parts as you're doing them. Fuck's sake.
Around anyone but his tiny inner circle that he was probably scared to meet her, which is why there's no music video. In fact, several of Tate McRae's hits this year didn't have a video, which, boy, that really fucks with my understanding of what Tate McRae's whole deal even is. I haven't discussed the actual content of the song yet because it's so spectacularly empty that it's basically not worth discussing.
Baby, don't you worry, you ain't gonna hurt me tonight.
It's about two people who hook up while assuring each other that this is meaningless and not going anywhere. Christ, isn't that the perfect thing for this song to be about? Two people going through an entirely transactional arrangement with no emotion behind it whatsoever. Exactly.
I said, baby, you should know that's what I want.
Yeah. Tate McRae got to leech off Wallen's success. Wallen bribed another person to associating with him in public to try and launder his reputation. Everyone benefits. Except me.
That's what I want, that's what I want.
Alright. I don't know if Tate McRae's going to come back, but shall we just call that one on the list? Shall we call that one Tate? Taken? Tate, Moorgate. That's a road near where I live. Yeah, I'll give it the 8 spot. I'm worried though. I can't put it above the other two country ones because it's added an extra element that legitimately made it worse. So it has to go below those two. But I've only got 10, and then 1, 3, and 5, and we're on to Todd's least favorite songs.
Number 4.
I'm gambling on more Taylor. Damn.
One of the silver linings for this horrifically stagnant year in
Oh,
popular
okay, no,
music
so you
is that
like
it's been a
this.
shockingly good year for R&B. Buzzy artists are making the jump to their first chart successes.
I was gonna say, that sounded
Stars within
good
the
from
genre
that
are
little
having their
snippet.
biggest hits ever. New names are coming out of nowhere. And it's not just the new hotness is benefiting from it. R&B has always been good about respecting their elders and letting them have long careers, and this year is no exception. So ladies and gentlemen, please rise for a living legend with 20 years of hits. The one, the only.
Don't know when my nights became so complicated.
He's still fucking here. He won't go away.
Tell me who's getting on my love.
Normally, when I've talked about Chris Brown, it's about his long and horrible history of violence, but I mean, we all know about that. I'm not trying to bore you. In fact, I think it's far enough in the past that we can move on and focus on how much Chris Brown sucks as an artist. In the 7 years since I mentioned him last, Chris Brown has gone on a generational run of putting out mediocre R&B songs. He is the Cal Ripken of making 5 out of 10s. No Guidance and Go Crazy were basically the only songs that R&B stations were even playing during the lockdowns. I heard one of them the other day and I didn't even recognize it. I can't even remember which one it was. If anything, I'm glad that Chris Brown broke his streak of mid and made a song that actually sucks
Sells
as
out
fucking
stadiums.
bad. Okay, first off, it's a ballad,
That's so
which
sad
has
for
always
music.
been Chris Brown's weakest skill.
Do people like
I
it?
hated Loyal and I hated Deuces, but I at least understand that they were repulsive on purpose. But a slow song where Chris Brown asked me to feel sad for him because they had a breakup or whatever,
Oh, it's still on my mind. She's still on my mind.
no. this is not something he can do. Although, to be fair to him,
You
residuals
can't
would still
play for
suck with anyone
sympathy
else
whilst
singing.
having a diamond-studded mic. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe this is karma. Karma. Yeah, why? Did you do something bad? Anyway, you might be wondering what that title is about. Folks, you gotta hear this.
Who's getting on my love? Who's getting on my love? Tell me.
Doesn't sound terrible though. It sounds alright. I'm a sucker for an R&B ballad.
Residuals.
Wait,
Like,
residuals
his
actually
ex
means
is now
money.
with someone else,
She's still on my mind.
and it makes him mad because someone else is getting all his residuals of love. You know, residuals as in payments an actor gets from old reruns? That's the analogy.
Oh, so
All the
does
love
it
you're
not
giving to
mean
someone
money?
else is
Okay.
literally contractually
It is just the
owed
bad
to me.
pun that I thought it was in the first
Jail.
place. That's fine.
Jail immediately. What a disgusting way to look at a relationship. What a horribly revealing look into Chris Brown's diseased mind. But even past the obvious grossness, can we all talk about what an insanely Hollywood-brained thing that is to say? Like, how long do you have to have your brain warped by showbiz until you start thinking of your relationships in terms of your stage
This one's
contracts?
fine.
What an unpoetic word to end the chorus of your love song. What, did you get points
Yeah,
on
it
the
is an
back
ugly
end in
word.
your love contract? Did your
Yeah.
agents get you fixed up front against the gross revenue of love?
There you go. Come round. Can go in at number 3.
Oh, well, maybe that's because your agent demanded too
Yeah,
high billing for the sequel, you fucking hack. Oh, by the way, you know, like Tate McRae, I think Chris Brown's admittedly amazing dance skills are the only thing that's keeping him afloat. Look at all these crying, delusional women, like, good God. They're not doing that because they're so amazed by the way he sings residuals. So what that means is, we gotta teach Rod Wave to dance. We teach Rod Wave to dance, and we can get rid of Chris Brown forever. Is that really how the video ends?
Jesus Christ.
All right, moving on. Number 3.
Please welcome Jesse Murph.
Boy, this was a fun thing. Okay, earlier this summer, a pop singer named Jessie Murph got some negative attention for a lousy song called 1965, in which she clumsily tried to make a joke out of retro sexism,
Might get a little slap, but you wouldn't hit me on Snapchat.
and it's rough.
Think I give up a few rides.
It's rough, and a lot of people were outraged by it. I was in a weird position where I was actually trying to defend it, because one, I saw a lot of people taking it at face value, like, no, she's not actually saying she wants to be hit. It's a joke. It's not a well-executed joke, but it's, you know, it's an attempt at a joke. And two, it wasn't even the worst song she made this year.
Boy, I'm mad, boy, I'm mad, boy, I'm mad at you. I had to get back at you. I had to get back at you.
Hey, another song about being not mad. Although at least in this case, I think the irony is intentional, which will be the last kind thing I say about this song.
Yeah, you got me throwing blue strips, bad tits.
Now this should just be a regular revenge anthem.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
as complicated as trying
Bad synth,
trad
boring
white
808
homage
and
slash
snare
satire.
rolls. Terrible singing
Every
voice. Here we
single
go.
line in this song is fucking
What
terrible.
have I got available?
Take it off for him on my
Yes, I get the idea that she's
Well, it's
slutting
not
it up
one.
as revenge. I get the basic part. But other than that, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, you got me throwing blue strips, bad tits in a strip club, throwing ones at your bitch, and I know you know what's going on.
Do I know what's going on? I didn't actually follow that. Like who's stripping here? You or your ex's girlfriend?
Throwing ones at your bitch.
So what? You're getting revenge on your ex by giving his girlfriend money?
Actually,
Is it
it's
because
kinda
you're supposed to
funny.
tip more than once? I don't know.
It's
I never
dripping
actually
in
remember-
so much irony that it's actually kind of works a little bit.
Well, you're gonna go home and take it off for him, but you already took it off at the club.
Mama strip
Alright.
down, you're wrong.
It's getting fucking serious in
Down
here.
your wrongs? What does that mean? A double
What's the name?
entendre needs 2 entendres. Like, even the delivery is off. Why does this song start off with her sounding so sad about her new mansion?
I just bought a mansion in Malibu.
60s woman.
I can't afford that. What was I thinking? And the thing is, like, and I feel really dumb about this, I actually thought she had potential. I thought the persona was unique, you know, like a trailer trash party girl who's never left a small town. Like if Kesha never got to party at rich dudes' houses. Well, another swing and a miss from me. She's not a small town Kesha, she's just BB Rexa with a twang. But I can tell you one good thing about this song. I have so many songs on the list that offended my sense of decency, and it's nice to just get one that just sucks. It just kind of hilariously sucks.
Yeah, I kind of like the kitschness of it a little bit. It sounds like shit, but I can't hate it. Alright, only got 1 and 10 left. Let's go.
Number 2.
Be Taylor. Yes. Easy.
Taylor Swift
Easy,
has
easy,
always had
easy.
haters. Even before she became an exhausting cultural juggernaut, even from the
No, I need to
beginning where she was
differentiate them.
just this teenage, innocent every girl, which, to her original critics, was exactly the problem. Like, who was Taylor Swift to present herself as
What's
some kind
this song
of
gonna be?
loser or underdog? Taylor Swift, thin, pretty, blonde. Who is she to present herself that way? Personally, I actually kind of get it. I think that was like a justifiable presentation on her part, and that she legitimately saw herself as this unloved outsider. And as for how she could possibly think that, this is my theory. Even as a child, Taylor Swift was personally unlikable. She's talked many times about not having any friends growing up. I suspect there's a reason. But also, I just kind of think that about every celebrity. Only certain personality types tend to become famous. And, you know, I've just had to come to terms with the fact that all the famous artists and actors and athletes I admire, I probably like none of them in real life. The only thing we can really ask as fans is that they make their screaming personality flaws not totally obvious. And this year, that contract with Taylor was thoroughly violated.
Yeah. This track. So I have to put this at 1.
Taylor Swift's actually romantic. It's like watching someone shit their pants while robbing a nursing home. As in, like, this would be terrible even if you didn't humiliate yourself.
I can't put it 10,
which
though.
you absolutely did.
I hate this song though.
For those who don't know, this is a
I can't
diss
put it 10.
track
I can't put it
aimed
below
at fellow
Drake
pop star
and Moorgate.
former tour opener Charlie XCX. She doesn't name her specifically, but you know, Taylor Swift has always been the queen of sneak disses that aren't actually sneaky and subtweets that aren't very sub. To be fair, I don't know if Taylor initiated it, because Charlie's been weird about Taylor for a long time. And then last year, she wrote Sympathy is a Knife, which was pretty obviously about how much she hates being around Taylor Swift.
Don't wanna share the space.
And for a period, they were both dating guys in the same band, so they were around each other a lot.
Don't wanna see a backstage of my boyfriend's show.
So this is Taylor's
Oh,
response
God.
to Charlie's song, saying,
Who was
"Ha
that?
you wrote a song
Charlie
about me. You're
XCX,
so
that sounds
obsessed with me.
terrible.
I don't even think about you."
Some people might be offended.
There we go.
But it's
I'm so annoyed this is number 1.
That's right. Taylor Swift is
But yeah, it's a
not
shit song, but it's not
mad.
the worst song
In
on
fact, Taylor's
this
always been
list.
the queen of not mad, and this is the not maddest she's ever been. And then her response is like, "Wow, you're so obsessed. You
True.
totally just like want to kiss me."
actually romantic. I really
Yeah,
got
it's
a hand in
a Taylor's oldest time. It's a Taylor's oldest time in music where people make diss tracks about each other, and the attitude in the track is always, "I don't care." It's always like trying to be blasé. But I don't know about you. But I've never not cared about something so much that I write, record, produce, publish, and publicize a song about it. When I don't care about things, I tend to just not do anything, really. Yeah, the existence of the song proves itself a lie. You know, it's like, if you actually didn't care, this song wouldn't exist.
has ever loved me like you do.
You might remember this line for line from the movie Mean Girls.
And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
And speaking as a sort of insult comic myself, this isn't just ugly, it's fucking hack. When Regina George did it, it was to show not just that she was mean, but also that she was tacky and dumb. So, way to go, Taylor. You gave away the high ground to someone whose entire persona is based around doing coke and being a bitch. Like, this really has to be pointed out. Sympathy is a Knife is not a diss track.
Girl taps my insecurities. Don't know if it's real or if I'm swirling.
It's a song about being cripplingly insecure around the most famous and popular woman alive, like almost any of us would be. If anything, it's an apology. And the fact that Taylor took it as an insult.
And I know you think it comes off vicious, but it's precious, adorable.
Reflects badly not just on her, it also reminds me I could be listening to a better album right now. Now, she does hint that there might be some other things Charlie did or said that make Charlie look pretty bad, but it doesn't matter. Taylor can't write a diss track to save her life. Like, she's made a few decent angry breakup songs, but like straight diss tracks have been to a one atrocious. I don't know who convinced her that there's nothing she does better than revenge, because there's literally nothing she does worse.
How many times has your boyfriend
Yeah, true.
what are we always talking about? Actually,
Wow, you sure think a lot about me. I bet your boyfriend's sick of you talking about me. Yes. Yes, you nailed it, Taylor. That's dead on, because that's literally what the song was about.
George says I'm just paranoid.
She said it in the song. You know how at the end of 8 Mile, Eminem tears himself down first so that his weak points can't be used against him?
We did fuck my girl. I'm still standing here screaming fuck the free world.
If the opponent was Taylor,
This
she
is a really good
just
point.
repeated all that stuff anyway. Like, the closest she gets to an actual burn is calling Charlie a cokehead coward in the opening line.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave.
And that's completely undercut by the fact that boring Barbie is hilarious. So, you know, congrats on losing a diss battle in which you were the only participant, Taylor.
Think I'm tacky, baby. Stop talking dirty to me.
I've heard people call the lesbian stuff homophobic. All my gay friends convinced me that it's homophobic to make shitty music, so, I don't know, maybe. Nope, write it down. Like, I'm not sure I can justify being more repulsed by this than the numerous shitty guys below her on the list. Maybe I'm just a misogynist, who knows? Or maybe I'm just one of the millions of people overreacting
Maybe you
to
just
Taylor
hate
Swift.
diss tracks,
Like,
dude.
this song makes my skeleton want to leave my body in a way that only happens when I watch
Am I going to
someone
regret
bomb
putting
at
that one
stand-up.
instead of
And
10?
at least then the comic can tell they're bombing. Taylor seems to think
Todd,
she's
please
nailing
make
it.
number
The
one
truly
be
damning thing is
awful.
that not only is Charlie XCX better at making pop jams at this point, she's also better at capturing her inner life and emotions. Taylor's last 4 albums, even Tortured Poets Department, which I didn't even like, you could hear the effort to make more mature, grown-up music, but this last album, this song in particular, like, Taylor Swift is a fucking child. It's the only conclusion. It's just a humiliating, indefensible failure in all regards.
It's actually romance.
And this is a distant third place after the premise and the lyrics, but the music is also dog shit. Just the most irritating melody.
Like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse.
Or Taylor was telling the truth. She doesn't care. She just wrote the song because celebrity beef has always gotten people talking in the past. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, I respect it even less. Okay, well, that's enough
I
talking
respect
about
it
Taylor
more. Get your
Swift.
money.
Now for some honorable mentions.
Oh, sorry.
This is supposed to be one of the highlights of the album. I almost put this on the main list too, honestly. I
Yeah,
didn't really have
it's
words for
not
it in the
one of the
review. I
best
already
songs on the
did, but
album.
like,
Locked inside my memory.
Oh,
bridge to this
this
song is also
poison,
just-
feeling my emotion. The original that she's interpreting is a good song. I've forgotten who it was. Oh, Robin. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a massive interpolation of a song called Poison, I think it's called, by Robin.
highlights of the album. I almost put this on the main list too, honestly. I didn't really have words for it in the review. I already did, but like,
Locked inside my memory.
the bridge to this song is also just awful.
The eldest daughter.
The second verse, also awful. It's just all so awful.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see.
Jesus.
Love was the key to open
That's the
my
penis one, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Write it down. Add Sabrina Carpenter to the list of artists that Taylor shouldn't try to be.
They want that yacht life under
Jesus
chocolate
Christ.
The idea that everyone wants all this stuff, but I just want you.
I just want you.
From Taylor Swift, literally the greediest artist alive. I'm gonna puke.
You got me in my head.
Morgan Wallen again.
A lot of people were upset at the desecrating sample of Morgan Wallen's idol Keith Whitley on this song. I'm actually relatively fine with that. The problem is that it's a Miami song that hates Miami.
Except for getting sand in my boots. Ask yourself, what the hell is a redneck gonna do?
Good God, Morgan. If noted party animal Morgan Wallen can have a good time in Miami, then my God, man, just crawl in a hole.
I was going to write a song about Miami, at least give it a bit of Cuban flair.
Oh God, some more astonishing clunkers from Taylor Swift. That's not even the worst line.
I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain.
You know, instead of the
Yeah, that
check
one sucked.
hitting the table,
I think I pulled a face at that line, didn't I?
Mahogany grain.
I think.
Like, rewriting every lyric with $10 words is not good songwriting. Just, someone take away her thesaurus. Fun fact, that's her favorite line on the album.
But I got better since you.
Fucking hell. Did anyone else release music this year?
Morgan Wallen wrote so many goddamn ugly breakup songs this year. He wrote so fucking many.
Hi, nice to meet you.
At long last, the answer to the question, what if Coldplay was Mumford & Sons? Yeah, this guy is slowly growing into as much
That's
of an
what I said to
innocent
bring
as
back,
Horn,
I
honestly.
suppose. So yeah, let's do that. I don't mind that.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I actually like Benson Boone. I'm rooting for him. I like his energy. I like those backflips. I feel confident that someday he will write a good song.
Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue.
Boy, that Moonbeam Daydream stuff, I don't know, man.
I'm a little crazy, but the world's
Jesus.
insane.
Well, this is the same music video.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I oppose Tate McRae on principle, and I especially oppose this kind of pop song on principle. I hated it when it was by the Pussycat Dolls, and I hate it now. Though I guess it's better than that other one from F1.
Just keep watching.
Yeah, might as well put that on here too. At least
What
Sports
is
Car had a
this?
hook.
What's she doing on that chair?
Look, I realize that I have complete and total Taylor Swift derangement syndrome at this point, but it's called canceled. It's literally called canceled.
Yeah, but it's not hateable. It's just kind of
Yeah, welcome
boring
to my
and mid.
underworld. All right, let's get this done.
Better not be another Taylor song on the board.
Number 1. I keep saying in these videos, to myself as much as anything, that you shouldn't have to agree with a song's worldview to like it. But the charts this year have seen a shocking invasion of Christianity on a level not seen since the Crusades, which has forced me to reflect and admit that I will probably never feel these songs myself, because I personally have no relationship with God. Nothing against the guy, it's just, you know, I
How
don't know.
very America of you. Yeah, I have
So any song about praising God
no
just strikes me as
qualms,
a
though,
giant waste of time.
putting
Every Christian song
fake
that's ever affected me was because it was about the person
Christians.
singing it, not the glory of God.
At number 10.
Amazing
Yeah,
Grace,
sweet.
Eternal banger. How Great Thou Art does 0 for me. So that's my ingrained
So
bias.
Taylor Diss,
And
Taylor Eldest,
maybe
Cunt Brown,
secular humanism
Ordinary,
has bothered me
60s Woman,
some understanding
Morgan,
of glory
Cody
of the world
J,
beyond
Morgan
ours.
and Taylor
It's entirely
Gate,
possible.
Tyler Tate
If I
McGray,
were a regular churchgoer, I
Drake,
hope I
and then
still
Fake
would put this at
Christians.
Number 1.
Banger.
I need you now more than ever. What you put
Oh look, it's a sold out arena again, great.
I searched the world to my head.
No.
Do people look like this?
Forrest
Do you really
Frank first
prefer
rose
this to
fame as
like
member of the
Thornhill?
indie pop
Really?
duo Surfaces, which had one TikTok hit during COVID called Sunday Best.
Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
I thought it was cute. I was fine with it. Although maybe if I'd actually watched this video, I might have changed my mind. Christ, that's what they look like? Ugh, that can't be your Sunday best. Although it turns out that's not his Sunday best, because he's actually quite literal about his Sunday clothes. And 5 years later, he turned his attention to Christian music because, according to him, when he was a kid, there was no cool Christian music. Buddy, if you think you fixed that.
Always better. Oh, you're always better.
Because this isn't cool either. I mean, it's trendy, it's modern. Forrest Frank's big breakthrough is that he found a way to bring Jesus to the Gen Z TikToker
Jesus
audience.
Christ.
But
Jesus,
that stuff's
your
not
way
cool
is better.
either,
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad this is
How
10.
many times do we have to
Fuck
learn
off.
this? Trying to make religion trendy is worse than it being irrelevant.
Yeah.
Thankful for the ways that you bless me. Everything you said, make the waves like a jet ski.
God,
Yeah.
kill me. I'm praying. You did it.
All right.
What does he mean by that? Like,
Set a ticking clock. It is the 22nd of December, 10 past 5 a.m. GMT. By the summer of 2028, this human will have nonce allegations. I am willing to look at this full arena, listen to the cheesy bullshit he's pretending to care about Jesus, because like someone who actually believes in this shit wouldn't write Jesus your way is better over like a rap beat. He's doing this for fame and attention, and the kind of person that manipulates religion for fame and attention tends to be a sexual predator. So ticking clock, I'm telling you.
Either it's about how God literally made the ocean, which, you know, I wouldn't really compare that to a fucking sea-doo. But I think he means it metaphorically, you know, making waves, getting attention. God's breaking the internet. Like, either way, it's trivializing. You think God ever gets embarrassed by his fans? But for all its modern affectations, mostly this sucks in the way that all Christian music sucks. It's empty-headed, it communicates nothing, it exists to kill your thoughts. Bullshit. You did not search the world. At best, you stopped going to church for a semester, or you tried pot once, but you didn't go on some wide-ranging spiritual journey. This is music for and by people who've done and tried nothing. Now, during the fraught times we live in, anyone with connections to the Christian content community is immediately suspicious, but, you know, I don't actually have any evidence that he's one of the bad ones. It doesn't, like, offend my beliefs or anything like that, except by being nuclear cringe. You know, I was a lot angry at other songs on the list. I really was going to put Taylor at number 1, honestly, so how did this end up the worst song? Well, if I can be cringe for a moment, I was thinking about Hamilton. Like, you know how at the end of it, Hamilton has to choose between 2 shitty options, and he's like, well, you know, I hate this one guy. I hate him so much. I hate him more than I've ever hated anything. But this other guy, I just have no respect for. Just no respect on any level.
I can't apologize because it's true.
And that kind of cinched it for me. I just don't believe that this has any right to exist. You know, I like to think that even Lin-Manuel Miranda would be ashamed of how fucking lame this is. It's an annoying musical trend tied to a vacuous message. It's supposed to be connecting the youths to God, but it's not gonna get them anywhere positive. It's just gonna get them bullied. Why do we let these wannabe youth pastors inflict music like this on these poor, sheltered kids? This is why Christians have such a persecution complex, because they grew up listening to stuff like this. You might as well just feed them to the lions yourselves.
Hell yeah. Nice one, Todd.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Gosh, wow, that was even crankier than usual, Todd. Don't you have anything good to say?
Nebula Rat?
No, not really. This was an awful year, but I can tell you at least one decent thing that happened in 2025.
Nebula Rat.
But, you know, not in music, just in general. New Lindsay Ellis.
There you go. We'll call it that. Thank you, Todd. Yeah, let's have a look at that list one more time. Oh, I can't. I need to go back to split screen. Let's just copy that, put it on here. There we go. So, unfortunately, number 1 is the Taylor diss track, which was terrible. Number 2 was Taylor's eldest daughter, which I thought was okay. Number 3 was Cunt Brown. Cunt Brown's obviously a terrible human being, but that song sounded fine. Number 4 was The Ordinary Guy, which is just a boring Imagine Dragons thing. Yeah, fine. Number 5 was that 60s woman whose voice was terrible, the song was crap, but it was kind of kitsch and kind of fun. Number 6 is the first Morgan Wallen one, the one where he's being a cunt to his ex. Number 7 was the Cody Johnson fella who reappropriated an anti-war song into a pro-war song. Number 8 was Morgan Wallen again with Tate McRae. Literally already forgotten everything about that song. Number 9 was Drake being crap, and number 10 was fake Christians probably molesting children at some point. There you go. Wonderful. I'll be back, hopefully not at 5:15 a.m. When Todd drops the best list. So, from me, Roasting Charming, from my channel founders, Traces, Cabbage, Katie, Hannah, Argo, K-Mum, and Matthew Ross. Until the future. Go to sleep.